Hi, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so glad you found this space where we dive into life, career, and sometimes the ways we're unintentionally wrecking ourselves without even realizing it. And so that's what we're talking about today. Let me ask you something. Do you ever feel like you're just wasting away? Like your existence is
Поїхали.
slowly dissolving into back to back Zoom meetings, endless emails, and craning over your keyboard for hours on end? Well, likely you are, and I would know because that was me before. Office jobs are silent killers. They literally steal years off your
Ви
life.
такий взявся за
And I
голову,
feel it's
так
something not
ніфіга не
enough people are
получається,
talking about. The
бльо.
hidden long-term dangers of working an office job.
Да.
That's a real thing. Now, whether you're working from home in a hybrid role,
Добре.
or God forbid, you're being pushed to return back to the office because productivity goes up, right? The reality is that this type of work could drastically impact the quality of your life and even your longevity. Now, people talk a lot about silent killers like smoking or sodium or alcohol, and don't get me wrong, those things are dangerous. I get it. I don't smoke personally. I generally avoid alcohol, definitely avoid binge drinking, and I steer clear away from salty food bombs the best I can. I sometimes go for something unhealthy, but keep it balanced that way. Yes, those things are a risk, but nobody is telling you that office work is another silent killer. And there's good reason not to, right? Why would the corporate world tell you that this is a problem, that this is slowly killing you? That's not going to motivate you to produce more widgets. It's not going to get you up in the morning to make sure you're clocking in at 7 and clocking out at 7. I mean, it's not in anyone's interest that is part of that machine to tell you. And that's why I'm spreading this message. There are other people that talk about this too. I'm not saying I'm the only one, but I want to make this a more prevalent message and get it out there. We talk about office jobs being soul crushing and creativity draining and dream killing. I want to be clear that those things can often be true. Not for everybody, but it's a real thing. And we'll talk about those in future videos. But I want to focus on the physical toll this work takes today. And at first glance, like office jobs, they seem safe, right? You're just sitting down looking at a computer. You're not swinging a hammer or climbing utility poles or working in a hazardous environment. But that's the problem. That's what makes it so dangerous. It's sneaky. It kind of reminds me of the issue in the NFL with CTE, the traumatic brain disease linked to repeated subconcussive hits to the head. You have these players, they take hundreds, thousands of these hits. It doesn't seem like a big deal. It doesn't register as a concussion, certainly doesn't show up overnight, but the damage is cumulative. And by the time you notice, it's already too late. And in the case of CTE, the problem is that that can only be diagnosed after death. At least in this case, with office work, with our bodies slowly being destroyed, it's something that we can observe and do something about in real time. I want to talk a little bit, though, about how it's wrecking your body. So, you're sitting at your desk 8, 10, 12 hours a day, staring at an ultra bright computer screen, barely moving. You're working from home. It's even worse because those back to back meetings trap you. You're just glued to the chair for one spot for hours. I was there. I've seen it myself. And unfortunately, I've seen the impacts of it personally. I've developed floaters in my eyes. I have a bit of the forward head posture going. I even have some osteoarthritis in my neck. And in my opinion, all from years of hunching over a screen, be it in my office or on the road at a client site or in an airport lounge, just not good stuff. And if you're in this situation,
Поїхали.
you're probably already feeling at least some of these effects. But the good news is that you can reverse it, or at least mostly reverse it. And I'm not a doctor. I am here to just share what works for me. Always consult a healthcare professional before starting
Ви
anything
такий
new.
взявся за
But I
голову,
want
так
to just
ніфіга не
outline some of the
получається,
steps that I've taken
бльо.
to recover and protect myself. So
Да.
the first one may come as a little bit of a surprise as being the most important, but you got to build a
Добре.
plan to escape the 9 to 5 grind in the corporate machine. Start thinking about how you can reduce your screen time, whether it's by upgrading your skills to land a better paying job, which will give you more freedom because you're more in demand. So you can take a micro retirement or vacation, as they call it, where you take extended time, 3 months, 6 months, even a year. And because you have these skills, you'll be able to jump into another job again to maybe find a role that's less sedentary. But regardless, you need to plot your way out. Like what worked well for me was becoming a consultant, like where I chose my hours, where it was up to me uh, what kind of hours I would work in front of a computer. I would be able to charge a very high hourly rate. And so that would compensate for me being able to work fewer hours. So taking a few months off as well during my corporate gigs was a game changer. I did that once in the summer. And during that time, I made a concerted effort not to look at my computer all day or most of the day. I walked 10 to 20,000 steps daily. And I was seeing a chiropractor and a massage therapist, and they were both just absolutely blown away by how much healthier I was just from moving more and stepping away from the desk. It's crazy how in like 2 months that can make such a dramatic difference. So keep that in mind as you are building your career and the steps that you want to chart forward with. Another thing, and this is more intermediate or kind of a medium bridge solution, is incorporating the McGill Big Three exercises. So these are just simple exercises to strengthen your back and core. They only take 5 minutes, but they've been a game changer for me. I'll link it. I will link a resource in the description if you want to check them out. I highly recommend them. And in addition to that, find the right treatments for your body. So I mentioned massage therapy, chiropractic care. There's acupuncture, physiotherapy, osteotherapy. Find what works best for you. And personally, I've tried a bit of everything, and each one helps a little bit differently. And it's about finding the right combination. Maybe it's just one, but for me, I love getting a massage and having my muscles loosened and then going to the chiropractor the next day. And I find that's just so much more impactful by having those back to back days, that is. Another thing is invest in your workplace setup. If you're still working a desk job, make sure your setup is ergonomic. Your monitor should be at eye level, your keyboard and mouse positioned to promote good posture. A sit stand desk can also help, though I don't think it's a miracle fix. It's just one small part of the bigger picture. But honestly, the best solution, get out of the corporate machine. Just get out of it. Find a way to get out, map your course. We'll talk in later videos about how to do that step by step. I'm looking forward to that. And since I left my 9 to 5, my symptoms have improved so much more. I'm healthier, I'm stronger, I'm more balanced than ever. But it all started with making a plan and taking small steps to change my
Поїхали.
situation. The average person doesn't think long term about today's habits, how their habits today will shape their life tomorrow. Like when I mean tomorrow, 5, 10, or even 20 years from now. But you're here watching this video, which means you're
Я
already ahead
такий
of the
взявся
game
за
and you're
голову, так
focused.
ніфіга не
So
получається,
take an honest look
бля.
at your life. Are you treating yourself with the care you
Да.
deserve? Are you protecting your body and mind from the silent killers of office job
Добре.
dreams? If not, now it's time to start. So, hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, like and subscribe. Lets me know that I should keep creating this kind of content. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.